Hello my dear crew and welcome to my playthrough of Control, an amazing video game which I am playing on my stream. So these are basically the VODs cut up into nice little pieces. If you want to see anything live of mine, go check me out on twitch.tv/TheCaptainClarke. See you there. Alright. Oh, if I remember correctly, there is no way through here. Like, there's only this one thing, and, that's that. Also with a level 5 clearance, or just a locked door, yeah. The thing I've been wondering is, can I talk to the furnace? It's bright as fuck. You want some of this? No, does not. You want a box? Nope. Only eats humans. Literally, the researcher in charge of that thing was talking about finding volunteers, she said. Alright, so that's not a way either. Alright, so I'm gonna go there, take the stairs down, check those spots out. That's that. Yes, let's go. Sorry for the, well, kinda sorry. I like exploring places, but kinda sorry for not making instant progress every second. Sorry about the sneeze. I'm just a mere human. Oh, I can go in here. Lore. Correspondence. Book Club Lope. Oh, the Book Club, let's go. Unless you review by Captain Lopez. I am the captain. These days, most novels intertwine the coming-of-age story with either a contrived dystopia setting or a tragic romance, unless you manage to do both. In the story, the protagonist and her love interest search for a cure to a virus called the Fix, which is simultaneously killing her and spreading across the world. To find the cure, they go on expeditions into dangerous, uncharted territories. The people all live in walled cities now because dystopian future. Makes sense. And along the walls, they just have to fall in love. Oh. Oh. I like how they never got to know if the fix was eventually actually fixed. The ending was bold, especially for Ya. The main character succumbs to the fix when she's so close to the cure and commands her love interest to go on and save the world. She knows this is the end for her, but that the job can still get done. She dies out in the unknown, alone and surrounded by danger, but never loses sight of her goal. That's a good soldier's death. I give the book a 3 out of 5. I feel most of the teenage angst is a little lost on me, but I'd recommend it to my brother's kids. Alright. Very cool. Got another ritual impulse. I got a folding chair. Impressive, impressive. So going through here, I'll wanna take the stairs down if those don't exist. Not for me at least. Wait, what? And this elevator only takes me... Oh. Oh! Alright. Well, that helps. Just take the elevator exactly where you need to go. Thanks. Alright, so next time... Oh, I could have just taken the elevator at the executive sector. Like, across from the boardroom, there's the big elevator as well. Goddamn. Alright, now I know. Good to know. Oh, now this is a big place. Oh, it's a tree. Central East. It's my boy.
Pastor Darling, head of research. Somebody thought this video would make for great internal communications. I'm looking at you, Mr. Tomasi. So,
Yo, Pickle Man.
This is where the
Welcome
magic
back. You're
happens.
breathtaking. How have you been?
anyway, I've been here for 24 years now. I've always been here. And through those years...
Alright. Oh, this looks very like a place I need to rescue. Been well. Nice, nice, nice. It's a bunch of floaties. I'm still confused by all the cameras looking at me all the time. Oh, what? I just thought that's a normal human. Ooh, get bonked. Been well, been well. What have you been up to? Anything special in your life? Action music persists. Where are the enemies? Oh, that's a lot of dudes. Why use gun when throwing rocks is more efficient? God damn. Alright. I need to find the cleansing, well, the point that I need to cleanse so that the room returns to normal and I can pass through here safely. Snake sounds. Alright. It's lunch. Ooh, another log. What do you got? Loadout we found. As your recovery speeds health. I'll take that extra health. And launch energy cost is worse than the one I have right now. Weapon mods. Rate of fire, no thanks. Assets, more stuff. Missions, stuff. Collection, research, and records. His sniper. Oh, there was a sniper along them? Okay. Pro snipers specialize in eliminating threats from a distance, using the telltale searchlights affixed to the rifles to search for targets. His snipers are no less lethal. The corruption has not changed their tactics. They clearly prefer to maintain a good distance from their target, waiting in elevated positions for a clear shot. Care should be taken in open spaces. Check the balconies. I should note that their rifles are equipped with a bayonet for close quarter combat, and the His snipers are well aware of how to use it. Full report on whatever document that is. Correspondence. Hello, Carla. Does it strike you as odd that Darling insists on having us appear in those bizarre videos of his? I mean, we just stand there. He doesn't even let us have lines or anything. Don't get me wrong. Beats a day in the lab. Plus, it's always great to work with you. Oh yeah, I finished the comparative analysis of the 2 black rock samples you sent. The prism or whatever you called it. I filed them in the usual place under C for Carla and A for handy mnemonic device, right? Haha. Anyway. Let me know if there's anything you want to discuss about the data. I'll gladly explain. Maybe we could chat about it over some drinks or dinner even. I can't remember the last time I had a good steak. Maybe we could go together after work sometime. I'm free tomorrow. All the very best. Herbert. Alright, Hubbard. Going for that Carla for fellow scientists.
Welcome to the research center.
Right, we saw that earlier. That's fine. What are you? A radio. Ooh. Ooh, radio. Give me that music. Groovy, very. Oh, that's some evil goop I can't get through, right? No. Oh no, this is fine. If you don't know how far a rock, a well or something goes, throw down a radio and check. I can just see down. All right, button. I can't press the button. Never mind that then. Wait, these do look like. Oh, they're trying to film some stuff. All right. Okay. Research records. Threshold utility. Summary. Thresholds have always been sources of great inspiration and great challenge. When a new threshold manifests in the oldest house by blank, we never know what new discoveries it will provide to the Bureau, but we must always seize these opportunities. This report will examine the process of distinguishing recent threshold effects based on their utilitarian possibilities. The quarry brought black rock, one of our most invaluable discoveries, but in the mold has any scientific value, it had been difficult to find due to the lengths we must go in fighting back the particularly prolific plant. These are very distinct cases and worth comparing as their study offers vastly different dangers and rewards. Refer to 594-1284 for full report. Prolific plant. Yeah, you just randomly said plant. I'm like, dude, you read fast. The prolific plant. Oh, I shot that earlier. I was like, but 'twas my own fault. Box evil. It tried to attack me. It was self-defense, officer. Oh, the door's actually open. Now this is gaming of the future. I'm just waiting for a dead dude who'd be just like vibing there, just like a floaty boy, you know? Nothing. Nothing. Alright. That was... Ooh, this looks really nice. Men's bathroom evil. Alright. How was food plant? Was it good? Alright, what kind of upgrade was that? It said recovery, but what kind of recovery? Energy recovery speed 32%. That's pretty good. I would take that as a third option after gun damage and throwing cost. Once we have that third slot up and ready. Weather led to we having barbecue for dinner. Ooh, that sounds fantastic. Don't scream at me, evil wall. Oh, wait. If I go close to the evil wall, does stuff spawn, or was that just like a random coincidence? I don't know. Oof. Oh, not when the only thing that I eat. Oh, right. Wait, is there another enemy that I missed? No. Oh, and there's another shelter. Let's go. Sausage. Well, as long as you eat your brogle, you'll be fine. Spin grouping efficiency. Alright, never mind. But it means it's excuse to eat tortilla chips and salsa later. Let's go. I found a case file. A possible AWE in which an unnamed individual experienced transcorporeality via a phone line. Event is notably similar to AWE, but in which event is believed to have been caused by and as a result, the following measures has been taken to prevent mysteries. Thank you for the information. Can I just get like an eraser and get rid of the black lines? Thank you. Yep, that's how that works. Aw, more friends. Catch. Oh. Wait. I didn't know they had... Oh god. Science has gone so far. What? Excuse me? Alright. God damn it. Why? What is wrong with me? I can't remember Big Brain Science Guy's name. Oh no. Wait. No. Now I seem like a complete idiot. Like a complete goober. Game lore be like, yeah. Wait. Big Brain Science Guy in a wheelchair. How can I not remember his name? Smartest dude alive. Oh, well, he's not alive anymore, but... Oh my god, I feel so dumb. I'm sorry, guys. What? Ah, it's like right there. I feel so dumb right now. Whatever. If anyone in chat knows, please tell me. Please lecture me on normal human knowledge. Plant complaint. Modoc? No. Big Brain Science Guy. Oh no. In a wheelchair, he can't talk. Oh well. Hey, so just wondering about the plants in research. Is it really necessary to sing to them? I mean, the janitor does have a nice voice and the plants sure seem to like it. Maybe you could just switch it up a bit. I'm getting very tired of the tango. And where did these plants even come from? No one seems to remember when they were planted, and people like them a bit too much if you ask me. Are we being invaded by a house plants? Worth looking into. Dr. Lewis. Wait, she has an egg. Why are you putting a needle in an egg? Can I get some eggs in chat? What? Scary things are happening. They're experimenting on eggs. Get egged. Synchronicity. Oh, platypus, good egg, let's go. A glimpse into the paranatural synchronicity and the unseen connections. Synchronicity is a phenomenon long recognized by the wise, but only recently given a name by science. It is how we rationalize events connected by no identifiable causality, yet clearly conjoined in purpose. How does a dream foretell an event in the physical plane? Why do hounds bail at the death of their masters? Which has occurred miles away? The world is unified in ways we do not know yet understand, and somehow we stumble across these invisible, unseen chords and wonder at the result. The visionary Carl Jung laid the road, now we walk it. My fledgling research department will make it our mission to reliably reproduce behavior by the close of 1959. Once done, the mechanics of synchronicity will lay themselves bare in due time. We are striding into the future of science. History may not remember our names, but God himself will. We must reliably reproduce plant. I like how he's like super sciencey and then he's like, yeah, but God will, like... Alright. Science and God? If it works for you, you go ahead, buddy. Except there was this one guy who tried to make God out of a fridge and a skateboard, so what do I know? Oh, it's Darling's office. Anything I can check out before I'm doing the dimensional research? Skateboard fridge sounds like a good god. Oh, there is a way to avoid it. Haha, fuck the system. Anarchy. Wait, let me find you that wait, no, that's not the one. Is it case files? But supplement, no. Then it's a correspondence. Oh yeah, the non-official. There we go. There we go. I used the motor from the refrigerator and the coils from my toaster and the fans, plus the timing belt from my car's engine and the wheels from my son's skateboard. God can't move yet, but the dream said he would learn how on his own. Yep. My phone doesn't work anymore. I had to use the dialing plate on God.
Constantly changing labyrinth. Can never pass through. Dimensional research.
Oh, this looks nice. I know I should be going into the research departments, but this is fascinating. What? Oh my, that actually scared me. That is so cool. No. Oh. No. Oh no. Flying spaghetti monster in disguise arrives? No. Oh, it's a treasure. Wait, I got a better launch efficiency thing. Like a rare one. Minus 15%. Let's go. Let's go. And plant wolf. Evil. So it doesn't really matter how fast you go. You can't really. It is very trippy and I like it. I want to go there. I want to be where the people are. And I mean, Trench, the like big brain director. Oh, that's what I shot. So far it's like half looping, but also not. Oh, I'm back. Ashtray maze. It feels like there is a certain way how you can get like another result. Like if you loop once or something. Like I want to go through here, but that locks off now. So I need to remember this room. So that is another place. This opens up and then I wanna... wait, no. No, my brain. It's so small. Oh, wait. No. No. Wait, if you walk... Enjoy the lurk, friends. Wait a minute. That's locked off now. Oh. Did you just... Oh. I don't know. The director man said it's impossible to get through here, so now it's like a challenge for my monkey brain to be like, no, I can do. Oh, that was spicy. You're coming with me. That's where I want to be. I want to go where the people are. There's another place, and that's the door I want to be. Alright, I just feel very confused now. I don't know if there is a way. Alright, fuck it. I'll come back later. Maybe if my brain is bigger. Like in-game. Like if I've acquired more... I'm very tempted. Oh! I'm very dead. Alright. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. That is absolutely what I should have expected, but my brain was like, do it. Do it. What is it? Nothing is what it seems. Superliminal all over again. Oh, I missed that game. That was so cool. Do it. How much stuff do I have to redo? Wait, the easiest way to check is I still have my things. Alright, cool. Patch. Alright, we good. We have 25,000 nuggies. Oh, this looks like a science place.
I've been fielding questions recently regarding HRAs. What are they for? Do you always need to wear them? And what's the deal with the headroom resonance anyway? Fuck. Despite what you may have heard, HRAs are not monitoring devices. We're not tracking your movements or listening to your conversations while you're wearing them. We do that regardless whether or not you're wearing an HRA.
That's nice.
Think of them as a life preserver. Only instead of water, the thing HRAs protect you from is classified. One day that classified, not water, might pour in, and you'll be glad you got an HRA keeping you afloat. And if you don't have an HRA, don't worry. It'll be quick and painless. Kidding. I'm kidding. We're making more.
The question is, does he mean he's making more HRAs or more other stuff? Dink the thing. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, is he making more HRAs or is he making... Non-water sounds fucking terrifying from that. Well, you've seen the floating people, that's basically what happens. Or you turn into one of the zombie boys. So, you know. Dear Dr. Darling, I suspect my colleague Dr. Harrington has already contacted you for an increase in her department's budget. I'm not surprised. Parapsychology has always been the squeaky wheel. All fuss but no results. Parakinesiology. Yeah, parakinesiology has always been the stronger department. More breakthroughs, more tangible data, more usable research. I'm sure a man of your esteem can plainly see which department is more deserving for the budget increase. Just think what those additional resources could do for an already formidable research team. Anyway, I know you're not a fan of single malt, so I left a bottle of well-aged brown on your desk. Yours in admiration, Dr. Abraham Lewis. The floating people, yeah. And they kind of spread the whole disease thingy. Yes. Alright. Tell me about the maze, friend.
I'm averse to using objects of power. I don't want to lean on things I ultimately can't trust. But the ashtray and the cigarette, smoking there forever, have their uses. The ashtray maze they conjure is an impossibly changing labyrinth that no one but the binder, and those the binder invites, can ever
I need to
pass
bind
through.
with the maze. That's cool.
The things we hid in dimensional research, the things Darling studies, the danger and the risk involved, call for every measure of security and protection I could bring to the table. The maze, hands down, is our strongest lock. I gave Darling and his chosen crew license to pass through the maze. Lately, I've started to think I should revoke that license.
Alright, so Darling and his crew, meaning that maybe, just maybe, she'll be the one that saves me. The blonde-haired girl, lady, his assistant might have a way in there. Alright. Either we bind to it or we get, like, access through one of the other people. The Bureau has spent years studying why objects of power transport users in astral plane when touched. My predecessor, Dr. Ash, theorized that a potential receptacle determined by Jungian archetypes, the collective subconscious, would be inhabited by paranatural energies that have an AWE occurred in its vicinity, creating an altered item. Over time, a link was created by the blank, and the astral plane to that item, making it an object of power. I see. Okay, cool. So many additional theories have been raised since Dr. Ash's time. Objects of power were placed on Earth as tests by some astral entity. Our dimension was once part of the astral plane, and the objects were left behind as its borders receded. The astral plane was an early threshold into the oldest house, but the connection was severed, and now the two are linked solely through the objects of power. I will attempt to disprove some of these in order to thin the herd. Hopefully the truth will emerge. Refer to file 632-6498 for full report. Ah, so cool. So those items, like for example this gun, were left behind once the astral plane kind of stopped linking up with our world. Well, this world in this case. And objects of power are kind of increased, like strengthened, altered items. And that is very cool. Very, very cool. And the oldest house is still like a term that keeps being thrown around, but I still don't really exactly know what it means. It's probably the foundation of this entire research facility. where most of the breakthroughs happened back when they started this program. Astral plane courtesy. Dr. Darling is insistent that certain objects of power share a direct connection to an entity or group of entities that we have little information on, or little that I'm allowed to access. Excuse me. In his written reports, he states that there is a clear link between these objects of power, the blank, the astral plane, and the oldest house itself. His work supposes these links are innate, a fact ingrained into the very of objects, such as the hotline bling or the service weapon. But if these particular objects were never linked to the blank, but that had connection forced upon them, isn't it strange that no other object of power requires such direct contact with the blank? Isn't it strange that using the service weapon or the hotline will result in grievous harm or even death if the user is not the director, at least worthy of the role? Why do we assume this involvement by the blank is a natural fact and not something more referred to these? Being cartel. Oh, another thing. Resonance theory. Resonance. It's there, but we can't see it. It vibrates around us, through us, from us. But what if vibration is conscious? What could a force like that do? Blank opened the door to a blank. I've called blank. The blank emits a force that is far beyond the forces we've previously dealt with. It has shown me so much that I have to wonder, is resonance the key element in all altered phenomena? AWE's altered items, objects of power, do they share a common blank that we've yet to discover? We can harmonize control points. What else could the correct frequency allow us to achieve? What if resonance has been their answer the whole time? Refer to file blank for full reports. So the resonance is also kind of what most of these things used to attack and also transmit this kind of thing. Oh no, it's that is a weak ass thing. That is a strong ass punch though. Damn. And the HRAs also kind of protect the wearer. The wearer from those frequencies. Is this an object of power? It hasn't stopped since I poked it. Oh well. Stephen Hawking! That's who that is!